Hey everyone, welcome back to But Why Though, and today we have a exclusive South by Southwest 2019 interview with Mousa Kraish and Omid Abtahi from the hit show American Gods. We were at South by Southwest at the American Gods house at one of the parties that were happening, and we got to talking with Mousa and Omid, and they were gracious enough to just do an impromptu interview with us. So apologies in advance for some of the audio quality. We did record it in the middle of a party. But here is your taste of South by Southwest 2019. And of course, stay with us for more of that coverage.
Get that audio.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. All I know. Omid just said, "What's a bebop?" Okay.
What's a bebop?
I'm gonna bebop you. You don't know what Cowboy Bebop is?
Like I said, I just know Bebop from Ninja Turtles.
What do you think? Who do you think Omid would be in Cowboy Bebop? That's a good one, right?
But there's still like many characters from like all the worlds.
From the main cast.
Okay, from the main cast.
From the main ship.
Oh. I think he would be a decent Jet. I could see you.
You think he would be?
No, you're Jet. You're Jet. You're Spike.
I don't know. You think I would be Jet?
I think
and he's Spike?
You got the beard.
No. Let's talk about personality.
Okay.
Not looks. I don't look anything
It's
like
so
anybody.
hard though. The cast is so
I look like
limited.
a dog on that one. Whoa! And we have Pablo.
And Pablo. Hi.
We're doing a raw nerd geek out.
You're welcome to join. Yes. No. It's raw.
Who'd Pablo be on Cowboy Bebop?
Okay.
You know what Cowboy Bebop is?
You know
Spike.
Cowboy Bebop?
Spike.
I mean, all the characters are technically just
true. Technically, Spike is Martian, which is like because the setting is so far ahead in the future where it doesn't even matter.
Here's the thing. I only got through the first 10 episodes, like the storyline.
Is this a new thing, by the way?
No, it's like
so essentially it's like early 2000s anime.
Yeah.
And it came on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And then an entire generation of people who love anime were born.
Yeah. We are products of it.
Yeah.
I know you're into comic books, but I know you're
You're into comic books.
I grew
I
up
love
on,
that too.
But no, Cowboy Bebop was it was the first time I saw an anime, and I was like, the camera moved.
Yeah.
My favorite thing. I was like, the way Spike would fight, and the way the camera would just kind of jerk around him.
It was like a movie.
Somebody has to. But you know who figured that out in a weird way? John Wick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
They
fair.
saw that, and they saw the way the camera movement was in this animated series, and it just the characters look very, very fluid
Yes.
in their movements.
That's a great
almost
word.
like how we move as humans. So that's what made it so good. But the personalities were great.
Yeah.
It was a great. It was
The music.
the music, the jazz.
Iconic. Jazz and anime.
The opening of Cowboy Bebop.
So I watched the first 10 episodes, and then I watched the movie.
Okay.
Omid is.
I remember the other guy's name in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Bebop and
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why I laughed. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Rocksteady was the rhino, right?
Let's stop
Yeah. Did you guys try the mushroom?
We're also getting food delivered right
Yes.
now.
Well, we also need to introduce who we're talking to.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
We've been chatting away.
This is Mousa Kraish.
And this is Omid. Omid Abtahi didn't get any food. Abtahi did not get any food.
Aw.
He looks so sad now.
I was looking forward to it. Yeah.
Hang on, we're gonna get it back.
There's like one left.
Oh.
It's all right.
Are you sure? I can wait.
Save my appetite.
Thank you guys.
Oh, we'll take that one.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, we're trying to fight for.
I'll take it. He didn't get a chance to grab one.
Oh, sorry.
Just bring All right. Wait, let's get serious now. We're having an interview.
I mean, this is a great intro. We got to talk about anime with you guys for at least 5 minutes.
I still haven't heard who you would want to play.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's do proper introductions first. I'm Mousa Kraish.
I'm Omid Abtahi.
And we are on American Gods.
We play Salim and the Jinn.
And we're getting so much food right now.
No, live your best life. That's great.
Okay. So, let's geek out. You guys have is that the motto? Let's geek out.
We should.
We don't have a motto.
No.
Except anime is gonna anime. It's kind of what we've been saying on our anime podcast.
What is it? Anime?
Anime is gonna anime. Because we have to come up with reasons why to explain things in our podcast.
Okay, it's Mousa and Omid, and anime is gonna anime right now.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Let's start.
Yes. So, hi guys. So this is LaNeysha, and I'm joined with Kate at the South by Southwest House for American Gods, and we got the opportunity to talk to two amazing castmates from the show, and this is really just a raw, as you decided to call it, very raw episode where we're just gonna geek out with you guys.
Yeah, I want to know what makes you guys geeks.
Okay.
So let's talk about that.
You want to go first?
Okay. So.
Don't be shy. Jump right in.
Okay. So for me, what makes me a geek is I have always looked for other stories to dive into. Because, I mean, like, growing up, my grandma used to tell me, like, crazy scary stories and folklore, and, like, that's kind of, like, been the base of everything I do. And so when I got older as in, like, 6 and 7, 8, 9, and 10, I started, like, I got my first X-Men comic book when I was 8, and it changed my life.
X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, like, which X-Men? Uncanny.
Yeah. Actually, and then my uncle, the second comic book, I got to read Giant Size X-Men, one of the first run. So Giant Size X-Men, if you don't know, is the first time they introduced Storm into the series. And as a kid, I remember watching the 90s animated show, and Storm, I was like, man, I could be her. I kind of look like her. I love this. And I fell in love with the X-Men. And then I'd say comic books from there, it's just kind of made me fall in love with everything else.
Okay. Beep, beep. Let's take a moment. Everybody's favorite X-Men character. You're into X-Men, right, Omid? You know who the X-Men are? You are? Okay, if you could be an X-Men, who would you be?
Your choice.
Always
Cool.
when he's
Take your time.
You start first. Who would you be?
Me? Storm. So it's the first time I saw a black woman and like as a superhero, and since then I just saw her like she's powerful. She's a freaking god. Like she comes through. She's an Omega level mutant. She has all this power, and it's just great to see her be able to fly, control the clouds. Like she is like limitless. So seeing somebody like that who can be limitless, like own their power, be sure of herself, and be a leader of a team of mutants, it's inspiring. I mean, like I think I started watching that show when I was like maybe 7 years old. So like for me, that was like, oh, I have to explore more, get more into like my geekhood, and like that was my introduction.
You really got deep in the explanations.
I know. I mean, most of my stuff usually goes back to representation. I can't help it, but
that's fair.
I mean, yeah. So it definitely will be Storm.
Mine's a lot less deep. I would be Rogue, because then I don't have to choose a mutant. I can just take everybody's powers and use it when I want to. But like it has to be the Rogue that has Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel's powers. Yeah. So
I'm high-fiving her. Yeah. You guys can't see it, but I'm high-fiving her.
Like she has to be able to fly and have super strength and like just be a badass. But also just like take other people's like it is a double-edged sword, right? Like that's one of like why Rogue's so vulnerable and like you can get engaged with her is because that's the problem. But the other thing is like I could be Iceman if I want to. I could be Magneto if I wanted to. I could just think what I needed.
What about you?
Probably Magneto and fuck you guys up.
Yeah.
No, Magneto was right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I want to be Ian McKellen, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's.
You guys, I'm going to drop something on you, and you guys are going to be like, wow.
Was there a brown X-Men?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
It should be fixed. That should be
okay, it should be fixed. But you know who I would play?
Okay.
And want to be? Long shot.
Ooh.
Really?
That's a deep cut.
Okay.
Explain why. explain the powers. I feel like you know who Longshot is.
I know.
That's a name I'm fairly.
I know who Longshot is, but I don't know a lot about him.
Longshot's power, he's an alien, but his power is luck.
Oh, that's right.
Luck.
Yeah.
He's just luck.
It's a probability so it's really weird. Some X-Men have some weird things. So, kind of similar. Have you seen Deadpool 2?
And he has 3 fingers, and the things he could
I
do.
do want to say we call Mousa Mr. Longshot in the audition room, so.
That's very true.
This is a raw pocket.
It's very true. I come to set and it's like, oh, there's Mr. Longshot.
I forgot it was probability mutation. So, like, it's kind of like Domino. Like,
Her and Domino are from the same planet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
They're from the same planet. But yeah.
I haven't heard Longshot in a long time.
I don't even know what that looks like.
Yeah.
He has long blonde hair. He has 3 fingers. 2 are really thick, so you can imagine what he is like. And he's always lucky.
X-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omid is looking up Longshot. We have to explain this to your.
Bro, really? This guy?
Yeah. That guy.
He could be further from you.
Like you look like Magneto right now.
I didn't have a better answer.
I don't even know Ian McKellen or Magneto from the comics.
No one looks like us.
That's what I'm saying. That's how we.
Representation.
Okay, if I was gonna go by somebody who, a comic book character that was Middle Eastern that I would love to play,
Iron Sheik?
wow, like, racist against his own people. You guys know that? Iron Sheik. I would play. I'm gonna go DC Universe. I would play Black Adam.
Yes.
Guys.
Look, let's call DC up and correct
I would
this
love to
immediately.
play Black Adam
Yes.
or
Black Adam or
Adam.
ATOM.
Like the A.
No, Adam.
Oh, my bad.
Like the name.
Yeah. The Rock wanted to play him just to give
Isn't
you
he
kind of.
playing?
I think he is playing it.
I don't think he got it. Or Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight.
See,
I'm the real deal.
You
Like
are?
I had,
so impressed.
I had,
And I am
can we
I
please
had
invite you
comics.
back for another episode, like when we have better sound quality?
What about me? I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
see, too, no.
I'm kidding.
What's your favorite thing,
No,
though?
you know X-Men.
What? No, I don't know. I don't know
No.
stuff that
Well,
much.
see-
No, but what's your favorite thing?
Yeah.
Outside of geek or nerd, anything?
I'm a basketball junkie.
I can talk to you all day. I
You
played
actually-
college. I played
so my
basketball for
husband-
18 years.
Shut up.
College basketball. I tore my ACL twice. I did not. I had to pay for school somehow, man. Like I got the stars here.
Where did you play?
I played at Aurora University, small college in Illinois, but like 2 ACL surgeries and still got over $20,000 of student loan debt.
Wait, did you play point?
No, I was power forward.
You were power
Wait, how
forward.
tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
That's
How are you?
power forward.
I am small, but I'm mighty. I don't take shit from nobody.
Were you playing against midgets? Like
No, hey,
Power
now,
forward.
Look, if we can find a hoop and a ball, I will take you. I have my shoes on. I'm good.
I actually would like because Omid, I'm gonna give him compliments.
Yeah.
Is a pretty badass baller. We've played. Okay, thank you. We've played together, and there were some days that I wasn't wearing my glasses or something, and he did win.
Are you a point?
My point? No, I can't dribble. I can just shoot.
That's fine.
But I gotta tell you, our cast is really talented. Because Pablo played in college, and so did Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Orlando played Division 1.
Wow, that's awesome.
Pablo played Division 1.
No, Pablo
I
played
mean, I would
Division...
assume Pablo either played soccer or basketball, just because goalie or
No, he played basketball. But
yeah.
Here's my extent of basketball knowledge. Tim Duncan.
That's it?
Really?
Not even the current players of San Antonio?
Because all of my men have retired, and Kawhi left us and is now a traitor, and I will not acknowledge him, because unlike people who follow LeBron around whenever he jumps a team, San
No, if you
Antonio
leave San
players are
Antonio,
San
you're gone.
Antonio.
You're exiled from my heart.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
they were, no, my dad used to work so he works at a restaurant, and the head chef is friends with the guy who runs Alamo Dome and the cop. And so every now and then my dad would get tickets to the Final Four for college basketball. And so every year, me and my dad would go to at least one NCAA Final Four game in San Antonio. They were terrible seats.
Wait, is it always in San Antonio?
Most of the time, yeah.
I mean, March Madness is coming up.
It was when the Alamo Dome was still around.
What's that?
So. Got your bracket ready for March Madness?
I don't know college basketball well enough, but I do. I mean, if Zion's gonna play, I do want to see him. But I think he's done for the season, right?
Yeah.
He's done. Yeah.
Who would you, if you could build a team using?
I'm stealing
anybody?
your geek podcast to talk about basketball.
I know, but
Wait, I got this.
That's
We can make it geeky.
That's geeky.
If you had to pick 5 superheroes for your starting 5.
Superman.
Just him.
Such a cheat.
That's
Is there also like wait, who's the shapeshifter?
Mystique.
I would pick her.
Okay.
She looks like she plays for the other team.
Okay.
Okay. And is there someone who can just jump, like, I mean, who moves really fast?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
Well, I guess Nightcrawler would be better because he can just teleport.
Yeah, teleport, alley-oop him.
Is there somebody who can grow in size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's my center. Apache?
I was thinking Giganta.
Oh, he could be
It
Ant-Man.
could be Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
There's a couple.
Ant-Man could not hold the basketball.
Why?
Isn't he tiny?
He can grow
He
also.
can grow. So it's Ant-Man and Giant
Yeah,
Man.
but he can't use his ant powers because as soon as he gets small...
No, but you know why you'd want Ant-Man
Because
is
he
that
speed to the
no,
other
because
end of the court.
he'll get really tiny, and then if the other team is dribbling, he can actually get the ball.
close to the ball and then
he can
blow
just
up.
knock it out of their hand while they're
He could
dribbling.
like shrink into like, so if you had your hand and you're getting a pass, shrink into your hand, grow, grab the ball,
And
steal
he has
it.
the proportionate strength of an ant.
Yeah, so he'd be pretty
I
cool.
just saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so cute, isn't he? Because he didn't know he's never seen Star Wars. I have to drop that. And you know why I'm dropping that? It's because he's in Star Wars and he's never seen Star Wars.
I hadn't seen Star Wars. I have now binged the entire series.
You're in Star Wars?
The Mandalorian. Yes.
Oh, holy shit!
That's some shit, man.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Like,
I can see why. I've totally bought into the world.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Just being able to open world.
You wouldn't jump ship to Star Trek if they were like,
I'm not a Trekster, whatever that's called.
Trekkie.
Sorry.
I'm not into it that
I'm
much either.
not a Trekster either. How dare you?
If they offer me a job, then maybe,
I mean, money, yes.
Yeah. With Star Wars, it's like I'm really excited about Star Wars Land, and like I totally bought into the music played a huge part of it for me,
Yeah.
in sucking me into that world.
Because it's so I've been to I went to like Play It Live where they do the symphony to accompany the show. Holy crap. It's a whole nother level. Like it shakes your soul.
Right.
Like just John Williams.
Yeah.
You know, if I love Star Wars and Star Trek. I enjoyed
I love
both.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
But now, because I'm thinking of 80s movies,
Yeah.
I think I would have loved to be an Indiana Jones.
Oh,
That movie
hell
just
yes.
seems so much fun to make
Yes.
and do.
And you worked with Steven Spielberg.
I did, and he told me a lot of really cool stories.
That was his first job, right? Am
That was
I
my
wrong?
first job.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was my first job, and then my second
It's all been
job.
downhill since then.
Well, no, my second job
Downhill. It's downhill.
is
Now.
totally downhill. Now I'm just like running
Making
around
fun of his
naked.
career.
But my second job was super bad, and we ran into Seth Rogen yesterday. And I actually saw him, and I was like, hey. And he looked at me, and I was like, you gave me my start
Yeah.
in Superbad. And he totally was like, holy shit, we've all wondered where you were. Because he goes, there's a photo of all you guys.
We're gonna go get some barbecue.
Oh, hell
10
yes.
minutes.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Wrap
good.
up soon,
Good.
yeah. You guys have
thank
been so gracious to talk to us this long.
But I still want to geek out. Yeah, how do you, and he still doesn't know who Cowboy Bebop is.
Oh yeah, that's where this all started.
Well, like,
know.
let's answer your question because I do want to find out like what made you a geek. And what about you? And we can talk about
Are
basketball.
you made a geek or born a geek?
I think I was born a geek. I don't know. I loved everything. You know, I watched everything when I was a kid. Like, I could tell you, I watched every episode of Smurfs. I remember Rainbow Bright. I had a whole Cabbage Patch Kids.
I'm with you. I saw all that stuff.
I had Garbage Pail Kids collection.
Me too.
I still have original, like when Marvel actually came out with like cards.
Were you ever into Japanese stickers?
Yeah, no, I got into, and that's how I got into anime. Like anime,
Pogs? Pogs, anyone?
No, I didn't get into Pogs. I think when I first got into anime, my first introduction was Fist of the North Star. A friend of mine
Nice.
showed me that.
Yeah.
And then from that, Robotech. And I wasn't crazy. And you know what? This might be sacrilegious, but I saw Akira, and the second half, I was like, this is boring.
Yeah,
We feel the same way.
Yeah, I love the opening, but once he gets into the site,
It's a lot. It's just a lot. And
There's
I
too
mean,
much going on.
everyone always makes you feel guilty. Like, when I say everyone, I feel like it's the toxic fanboys who make you feel guilty for not thinking Akira is this masterpiece. But truly, when you look at the plot, it's all over the place.
well, I'll tell you what, Akira is to Japanese animation what Watchmen is to comic books.
That's fair.
That is fair.
That's really fair.
Your geek friends will understand.
They will understand.
Yeah.
Omid is looking at me. It's like, what the?
What are these
F?
words?
I should see these.
I mean, you don't have to watch Akira. Wait till like Taika Waititi makes it into live action. Then I think
Is Taika doing Akira?
No, they keep putting that out there.
They
and
keep tying him to it, but it's not.
I don't
he
think
did
he
it-
doesn't have the sense for that.
True, but
he's
it's like
he's more Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I
would
get
actually-
Taika doing Cowboy.
Yeah,
I
his
would
humor
love him.
works for Cowboy
think-
Bebop. I don't think Akira's not
They
humor.
floated, and I think it's just because he did a great job with Ragnarok, and then Jordan Peele came out with Get Out, so they're the names that they keep on trying to tie to like a Akira franchise.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't even want an Akira live action. But if either of them made it, I would be inclined to see it because I like their work.
I'm just curious about Cowboy Bebop on Netflix.
Yeah.
So who's playing Spike?
Nothing's been announced.
Nothing's been announced. So they
They won't
start
tell.
production in
It's
April.
live.
Live action.
Live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch some Cowboy Bebop.
It's only 24 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only 24 episodes. It's on Hulu. The movie is great.
Yeah.
The movie's really good.
I think you'll really enjoy the fight scene.
Who's
and
the
then
character in
music.
Cowboy Bebop who he was kind of like the round guy with the top hat,
Oh, the one guy, the Spike
And
was
he-
on a case and
Yeah.
getting him. Oh, what
and
was
he
his
couldn't
name?
beat him, but the only thing that scared him was cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. There's
You gotta know these.
But see, that's a great thing about it. There's so many memorable characters throughout that series.
My favorite episode is, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where they leave the food in the fridge and it grows into a monster and it starts attacking the ship. It's called like Toy Box or something.
Now that I'm rewinding it in my head, I don't know if Pablo would have been right for Vicious.
I want to see him as sinister, but I mean, like, the
There's-
Vicious is
there's-
very sinister.
Yeah, but Vicious, there was almost like a broken elegance to him because he was basically the mirror version of Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Who would you cast?
Yeah.
as Spike.
Main crew.
If I was gonna cast Spike, I think a young Keanu Reeves would have been good.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm talking about like Bill and Ted's excellent because he had that lankiness to him.
Well, have you heard of Louis Tan? A lot of people want him to be Spike.
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
He was in.
He's in Into the Badlands
Into
right
the
now on
Badlands.
AMC.
He was. If you
Oh.
watched Iron Fist, he was
Yeah.
the one guy
Episode
that he
8.
fought. Episode
The
8.
Drunken Master.
Yeah.
Is he the younger kid?
Yeah,
He's
he's
the
younger.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's part of martial arts royalty essentially. Like his dad and his uncles like
Yes.
did so
British and
many-
Japanese.
Yeah.
Him. Oh wait, let me make sure. No, that's not him.
No.
No, that's
Wait, no,
not.
Louis Tan. No, Lew. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been
Refreshing.
good.
Yeah.
I will say
I'm surprised. We need more of it. You guys, please reach out.
Right.
I would.
Look at him. See, look at
my card.
Look at him. Oh yeah, can we?
Oh yeah,
Him.
He would totally be Spike.
right?
yeah. Wasn't he in Deadpool?
Yes.
And he
He was
died?
Shatterstar.
And he's Shatterstar, and he died so
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. My heart broke, but then I also appreciated the moment. Yes, this is my card. I mean,
Kate just gave me her number, guys.
Do you mind if I give you mine also?
Oh no, my fantasy is about to be
Also,
fulfilled.
both of them.
Guys, I just took 2
I want to
cards.
talk about basketball with you.
Do it.
actually, so my husband's over there just kind of
Oh, and she
standing
dropped the
off to side 'cause
husband.
he
But
doesn't
he's
watch American
but you know
football.
what?
I mean, I'm single.
Guy in the green shirt.
He's
Xbox One?
okay with
yeah.
it.
Is he into video games?
Oh, hell yeah. We both
I'm
are.
fine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I work in video games a lot.
Oh, nice.
See, y'all are perfect to come back. When we can act like we can offer better
That's not
sound quality. We would love to have you back.
Where's coming back? Where's that?
Well, I mean, like we can send you we can do a Google Hangouts episode. Yeah. And we would love to do another episode.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, no, the reason